Fortnite. Bro, what the hell went wrong with this game? Do you remember when opening one chest and using those items for the rest of the game was like peak content? Because I sure as hell do. Hell, I even tried it a few times and failed. And now sadly it's taken over, because this is what you would now class as peak content.
Can Shadow Midas turn treasure map purple in Fortnite?
Jesus Christ. This is what Fortnite's original poster looks like, and this is what it looks like now. What? Bro, who invited you? And then on July 5th, this game mode released. And what did it do? It got way more players than Battle Royale, instantly becoming the #1 game mode. And it's a stolen game. Like, it's not even from Fortnite, and the creator is now being sued for it. So, what a journey. And as much as I'd like to cry about a brain rot game, becoming the most popular game ever, I'm not here to argue about the numbers. It's actually not even Battle Royale that I'm complaining about. It's a different mode. That's right. I'm here to talk about Fortnite Save the World, what they would consider to be the premium experience of Battle Royale, which had two main features. For people who actually enjoyed the game, you could play the quest line, which would give you a lot of rewards. If you got the game a while back, it would also give you V-Bucks. You can still get founders codes, it's just they're insanely priced. So this is a game mode that was well respected. It's definitely still holds up, especially if you know what you're doing. It's my personal favorite mode. I was playing it last night before I recorded this video. I was up playing it with a few of my friends. We were doing missions. We were trading. And although this game doesn't have an actual trading mechanic, you can't open a trade menu. There's a certain method you do this. You go into someone's home base, which is like your personal island in a way. That's what people will use it for. You create a box 2x2, or you just trust them enough to drop it for them. You drop an item to them, they drop an item to you, and that saves when you load into new games. It's not like Battle Royale where you go into a game, you have to find your loot. You have your set inventory with the stuff you can use. Now, I'm not going to get into what makes what gun worth trading for something else. That's a whole nother video that I'm not going to make because no one else on YouTube has made it either. Join a Discord server and just ask someone. But they've decided to, remove one of the key aspects. Now, trading seems like a fun thing to do whilst playing the missions, but about 79% of the players are still in the first area, which is one of 4. So, they clearly only downloaded this game to trade, and that has just been removed. So I found out about this when I loaded onto a Discord server that I'm in frequently for Save the World, and I went to the trading section because there was an item I needed, and I seen this message. Trading has gone in the new update. If you drop something, the other person won't see it, and they can't pick it up. This also applies for free stuff, which is a section in the server where people give away free stuff. So yeah, basically, not an official feature, but one of the main selling points for the pay-to-play version of Fortnite, the one that makes Epic Games a lot of money, the thing that they love a lot, because they seem to be just working with every brand they can now. The thing that gives them a lot of money with people playing, gone. Just gone. Because, most of the player base do not care for the actual game. Now, as someone who does, I think I can speak on this properly because I understand the full game. I've completed the full game. I have too many hours in the full game. I should probably stay away from the full game. But as someone who's done this, I can definitely look at this as a complete failure. As someone who plays the game for its intended use, I also enjoyed the, player-made versions, as in trading. There's also mini-games. There's a thing called a drop box where you just drop a few things. You have a minute to pick up whatever the hell you can fit in your inventory. There's a lot of things you can do with simply dropping an item for someone else. Now, Save the World is a cooperative game mode. As you can see in this video, there's 3 teammates here. You need crafting materials to make something as simple as ammo. If you need some shotgun bullets, but you don't have any nuts and bolts or batteries, you have to go and find them. But if you're in a forest, you're not going to find them. So your most common, way of fixing this would be ask your teammate, hey, is there a chance that you can give me something that I can use? And unfortunately now, the answer is no, you can't. If you don't have something and you really need it for something, you gotta deal with it. Like, it's your issue now. Deal with it. Now, obviously, Fortnite wants to push the version of the game you have to pay to play as the actual intended use for the game. But nobody is doing this. Nobody's playing this game simply for the game. People are playing this to trade, and then they've got the few select who actually care about the game, like myself. So, although the entire game's, usage is not gone for me because I have decent stuff already, like, there is an entire market of people who, by the way, paid real money for guns. Like, in the server I'm in, there has been real transactions for weapons because of how, rare and valuable and sought after they are. Certain guns can have two elements, a thing you shouldn't be able to do, but they've basically been glitched into the game. Certain ones that just look weird. Certain ones that have too many. This is what a default gun in Save the World looks like. This is what a weird one looks like. Now, do I believe that Epic is going to change their decision? As much as I would like to say yes, the answer is no. They took it out of Rocket League for the 10th anniversary. It would have been a perfect time to bring it back, but they didn't. And to be honest, I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if I wake up one day and find out they're shutting down Save the World. Now, because it's the pay-to-play version, they won't do this. Save the World has an entire separate department in Epic Games, so a lot of people would lose their jobs, and they will also lose money, something they don't want to do. I really do hope that the player base of Save the World dies down, not because I want the game to die, because, it would probably alert them more towards the fact that, they need to bring this mechanic back. Like, this has been going on since, Save the World started. You have to remember that this is the original game mode of Fortnite. Battle Royale was not the original. This was. The trailer was released in 2014 or 13. I don't know. But this is what it looked like. What you'll quickly find out is that this trailer is nothing like Fortnite. There's only probably one thing that makes this actually look like Fortnite, and that is the Durburger you can see. But look at the characters. This was the premium experience of Fortnite back in 2014. Yes, I did go and check. This doesn't look like anything you can do in Save the World. You can't put stuff in a cart. Building doesn't really look like that. Although it somewhat does, but it doesn't. That monster is definitely in Save the World. But, this was what Fortnite was meant to be. It was actually meant to be a horror game. And then PUBG released, and they decided to plagiarize it. So that's been my little take on this whole situation. You probably don't care, because, like I said, the most of the player base only downloaded this game for trading. They don't even care about, what stuff is worth. They see a cool gun, and they think, I would rather have that one. So they just take it, because a lot of people don't even know what they're doing. And if they don't know what they're doing, they definitely don't care to watch the very, niche content about Save the World, because it's barely even on YouTube. If you search up Save the World, you get the same 15 videos, which I'm probably about to make 16 videos when I upload this. I don't think most people are even going to see this or know about this until they try it. They're going to go in with one of their friends, they're going to try and swap an item with them and realize they can't. So then they're probably just not gonna play. A lot of people only play Save the World to trade. I know a bunch of people whose accounts are worth literal hundreds because of these items, which now are worth nothing. They just crashed like a cryptocurrency. So it's basically ruined the entire half aspect of the game, which was player made. I understand that it was not an official feature that Epic added, but there's no way they don't know about it. Now, I understand that there are scammers in Save the World, but if you just do your research, you can avoid it. I haven't been scammed since 2021, and it was literally Archie who did it to me. So it's not the biggest deal, but just, I don't know. Epic Games, you confused me. I really hope you go back on this decision, because it was not a good one. This is not gonna affect you in any good way. You're not gonna get any emails being like, oh, thank God I can't get scammed now. You're gonna get emails saying, hey, I would like to trade gun. But yeah, if you agree with what I've said, then well done, you have a brain. If you don't, I don't know. Why are you still watching? We're at the end of the video. It's now been 10 minutes. Alright, well, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you next time when I talk about something that is also not that interesting.